Hi, this is the voice of Heidie Calero with another economic capsule on the Puerto Rico economy. Don't forget, those of you who like our capsules, to go to YouTube and subscribe to our voice of Heidie Calero, and those capsules that you like, give us the thumbs up so that we have more followers and we can tell you notifications regarding more economic analysis. Today we are going to give you sort of a bird's eye view, 30,000 feet above the ground, regarding what has been the impact of COVID, the pandemic, on the Puerto Rico economy. And we're just going to take a glance of the last year, March 15th. It's going to be 1 year, the anniversary of this pandemic, when the Puerto Rico economy was on a shutdown, complete shutdown by executive order. Same thing in the States. Well, let's look at the job market. Well, if we look at December 2020, the latest figures that we have, compared with December of 2019, we have lost 42,000 jobs. That's a lot of jobs, which are difficult to regain. In terms of unemployment, how many unemployed people have we gained since December of 2019? Compared with December 2020, 11,000 people have joined the ranks of the unemployed. And even more interesting, how many people have made initial unemployment benefit claims, weekly unemployment claims, the initial ones, not the ones that continue, but the initial ones. Well, it's compared to December of 2019, in 2020, we had gains of 341,000 persons claimed new unemployment benefits. So you can tell that the job market was hit very hard with the shutdown of the economy. Let's look then at the unemployment rate. Well, in December of 2020, the official unemployment rate by the Puerto Rico Department of Labor was 10.5%. But they also have prepared a new official, well, what they call another rate, which sort of includes those people who are not working but continue receiving their wages. So they are either working at home or not working, just receiving salaries. And a lot of government employees have been receiving salaries without working. Well, they have computed that to be 11.6% unemployment rate. So enormous double-digit unemployment, unemployment rate, and a huge impact on the job market. Let's look at the 6 quarterly indices that the Calero Consulting Group has. They are copyright of us, and we prepare these on a quarterly basis. The first one, the coincident index, which gives you a mix of different retail sales, what happens to unemployment, what happens to tourism, a mix of different sectors. Well, it's on negative territory compared Q4 2020 compared with the same quarter of 2019. Negative 3.7%, negative territory. So we know that 2021 fiscal year is going to look negative. We have construction, a good index, 11.7%, as FEMA reconstruction funds and this because of Hurricane Maria and then the tremors of the earthquakes and all these benefits through the pandemic, those monies are trickling through the Puerto Rico economy, and they now have really a lot of construction projects. I think the bottleneck is going to be, where are the jobs? Where are the people who work in this industry? The other good index here is the consumer, because of all these, be it the unemployment benefits, be it because of the stimulus, be it because of the pandemic, all these federal aids that have come to Puerto Rico as well, they have been channeled to consumption. So also 10.5%. That would not be a bad idea if Puerto Rico, being a consumer economy, was also a production economy, same as the US. But as you've heard me in other capsules, Puerto Rico is not having production, not gains in production, and we need that in manufacturing, we need that in construction, and we need that in agriculture. Those are the production jobs we need. Well, in terms of manufacturing, it's on negative territory out of the fourth quarter of 2020 compared to the same quarter a year before, so negative. PMI, the Purchasing Managers Index, Manufacturing Index, if it's below 50, they are in a recession. The banking sector has been doing well, be it in profits, because they are lending. There are lots of people who are depositing their monies, all these fiscal stimulus in the banking accounts, and they're also lending for cars and for consumer loans. Not necessarily the ones we need for economic activity. And then finally, the leading index. This tells us how the economy is going to look like in the next 3 months. It just gives us that taste. Well, it's a negative territory. So you already know the fiscal year 2021, it's going to be another negative year. And fiscal 2020, also another fiscal year of negative growth. Let's look then at these indices. The latest is Q4 2020 compared to the same last quarter of the fiscal year or the year before the recession or the depression started, which for Puerto Rico was in fiscal year 2007, which means it started in the third quarter of 2006. Well, this is 2005, the last quarter that we can compare to know whether the economy has recovered or not. Well, interesting. The coincident index, the one now, the Q4 2020 compared with Q4 2006, it's scarcely 63% of that Q4 2005, which means that the economy is about 37% lower in this index than it was before the recession. In construction, it's about 65% below what used to be in Q4 2005 before the depression hit. In consumer, we are 2% above, as I said before, because of all these incentives. Manufacturing is about 28% below what it used to be in Q4 2005. And in banking, it's 79%. Despite all these gains, it's 21% below what it used to have in Q4 of 2005 before the depression. And the leading index, it's about 1% below. So it's this is what we call the 75% Puerto Rico economy. If we do the average of all these, it's about a 75% economy. So we are way below. This is an economy that is 25% smaller than it used to be before the depression or the big depression hit Puerto Rico almost 14 years ago. So next capsule, we're going to talk about all these assumptions that the fiscal plan has been unveiled by the government, and which goes hand in hand with the debt plan adjustment that it has been submitted to Judge Taylor Swain regarding Puerto Rico's public debt in the bankruptcy proceedings. Until the next capsule, stay safe. Thank you.